In the tunnel. One morning, Nert had been teasing Bert all day, and Bert was beginning to hate it. "Hey Bert," said Nert, "is it true that your coat of paint is garbage in the world?" "Shut up," said Bert. "Stop teasing me." Bert smiled evilly. He said, "You just think you're too clever, but you're not, and you're not nice either. And your coat of red paint looks like gold and it's rubbish," said Bert. You shut up about my paint," said Nert. "I know your coat of paint's garbage, and you're a copycat for wearing the same lamp as me." "We were built together like that," said Bert. "Remember?" "No, I don't," said Bert. "And we have the same lamps, the same buffers, and the same side rods, and you're too garbage about it." Bert was cross and angry. Just then, Hero arrived to sort out the problem. "What's going on, you two?" said Hero. "And Nert," he said to Nert, "please stop tormenting Bert, or I'll just have to shout at you." Nert was offended. "What?" he said. "So you're on his side too. Goodbye, Hero." And Nert puffed crossly away. "Thank you, Hero," said Bert. "Sure, you're welcome. Any problems with him, or I'll be straight away in front of him," said Hero. And Hero puffed away too. Bert was left alone. Later that day, Bert was pulling some stone trucks to take to the quarry. He was inside the Action Canyon, and he went through the passage of the Action Canyon. He slowed down carefully through the passage. The passage was high, and it was a very slippy line. And with that, Bert was careful, and the stone trucks were safe. First, he went up Boulder Mountain. "We really have to make it to the quarry," said Bert's driver. There even is not enough time." "I know," said Bert. He hurried along the line when suddenly Bert stopped inside the tunnel. "What's happened to me?" said Bert. His driver and fireman examined him carefully. "You've run out of water," he said. "We'll have to phone for help." "Okay," said Bert, and his driver and fireman were off. Bert was all alone inside the tunnel. Meanwhile, Nert was shunting some empty trucks to the docks. When he heard that Bert was trapped in the tunnel, he had a plan. He shunted his empty trucks into the tunnel, and they biffed into Bert. Bert woke up and felt very surprised. "Let me in! Let me out!" he said. Nert puffed away. said Nert. This will scare you off." Nert, said Bert, "was that you? Let me out." "Nope, I won't," said Nert. "Both trucks have trapped you inside." "I'm gonna get you for this," said Bert. "Help," said Bert. "I can't get out." "Of course you can't," said Nert. "All the trucks have captured you. You will meet your doom." "I hate you," said Bert. "Is it dark in here?" said Nert. "Yes, it is," said Bert, "and let me in this instant." But Nert couldn't hear Bert What was that? I can't hear you, he said. He said, "Brrr," growled Bert. He was very cross, and Nert began to laugh. Molly arrived to the scenery itself. She saw what was happening. And she heard what was going on. The Fat Controller popped out of Molly. He was very cross at Nert. "What is going on?" he said. Sir," said Nert, "Bert was being nasty to me." Bert's driver and fireman came back to the tunnel. Just then, this time they were able to give Bert more water. Bert was fully steamed up. Suddenly, he pushed the empty trucks off the rails, and they were in his way no longer. And Bert was very, very, very cross. "Nert," said the Fat Controller, "do you have anything to explain for yourself?" "Explain for yourself?" "He was bullying me," said Nert. "You're not funny," said Bert. And then he biffed his older brother off the rails. Nert was off the rails, but uninjured. The Fat Controller was very angry. "I'm very disappointed in you, Nert," he said. You keep tormenting Bert all week," he said. And Bert, you shouldn't have pushed your older brother off the rails for revenge." "I did it because he was irritating me." "I know," said the Fat Controller. Just go back to the quarry." "Yes, sir," said Bert, and Bert puffed away. And Molly," said the Fat Controller, "leave immediately. You can pick me up later." "Can't I stay, sir?" said Molly. "No," said the Fat Controller. "I'm having a private chat with Nert. Go, please. Just pick me up later." "All right, sir," said Molly, and Molly was off. The Fat Controller was even more cross with Nert. "You have disappointed me today," he said. "Why would anyone like you torment your own younger brother?" "I'm sorry, sir," said Nert. I'm sorry, sir," said Nert. "I used to be like this ever since we lived in the other railway." I bet you did," said the Fat Controller. For your punishment, you will stay inside this tunnel and go to sleep there tonight. Perhaps it will teach you a lesson to never teach Bert. Perhaps it will teach you a lesson never to tease Bert ever again." "Yes, sir, it will, sir," said Nert, and Nert became a fool of himself and a silly engine indeed.